Alright people, finishing up. Got the motherboards mounted nicely. I don't have to worry about them for a while. And I'm just going in right now, just plugging everything up. First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG Technology Screens. These are my cardboard builds. I had some more glue sticks. Somewhere I was like, where the hell are all the glue sticks? I had some more. I couldn't get all of them used. Let's see. Make sure that all my cables here are connected. Let's see. Kill switches. I should raise that a little bit more. Kill switches. Stopping everything right here. It's not pushing forward. What's going on here? It's not coming from my kill switch over there. Anything missing? Let's see. Hopefully that's everything. Got the printer. That's everything. This one's locked in. All locked in. Alright, this should be ready for activation. Pretty sure I got all the cables. If I'm missing any, it'll let me know. Let me see. Everything's wired in. Okay. Let's get this one first. My baby. Oops, don't touch keyboard. Operating, powering stuff up. Alright, the PC, the WinBack, I've been trying to build me a VR station for the longest time. I just haven't got around to it. So since now I really don't have to spend the money for anything, I'm done with spending money now for the company. We really don't have to. We get everything we need. We get the power system. All I got to do now is just do demonstrations out there and inside. I just do some demonstrations on, I'm going to be doing demonstrations on the up close and personal. And that's it. That's pretty much it. I don't really need any more projectors. I just thought about this today, man. The Christie projectors I have here, I don't even need them anymore. Because now we just use 550 lumens and 300 lumens now. So I don't need to buy any more stuff. So I can just buy PC stuff now. But I didn't want to build those other PCs. It just took too long to do it. I need something more to put together real quick, real fast, real nice. Like this number I'm going to build right here. Go with that. And those blueprints are always in my head. So later on in time, if I ever want to go back to that, I can always build them. Well, that PC's running right there. That's my other baby right there. And these aren't even done yet. I still got work to do on these, so they'll give me a chance to get working on these too. There is What wrong with you, man? Smack her. Working the lights out because I'm working on PCs because keyboards, the light in here kind of blinds my keyboards. Let me see. I'm gonna find me like a really ultra bright keyboard. And then that turn out to be blinding me at the end of the day, like, good gracious, got the extra one. I got the power supply units here. I'm going to test that out, and I got to finish working on this case we got over here, which is going to involve my RGB 200 millimeter fans for that one. And then I got another fan system here that I built for the door. So we got that to do. This is why we do a lot of videos. This is why I got to do so much stuff I got to show at the end of the day. It's not even funny. And I still got to eat. Which I haven't had a chance to eat anything yet. Okay, this one's running. That's good. The main concern is this one because I had to swap out the motherboard on this one like 3 times. And it's crazy because I bought a whole new motherboard. The drivers were defective, so that didn't work. I had to get rid of the board, which is the dummy board I use right now. And ended up making that the dummy board, which I threw that around quite a bit. And then turned around, that thing popped on and started working. I was like, I could have wrecked that board. It shows exactly these boards take a lot of abuse. Because that one should have definitely shorted out. As many times as I have, it was rubbing against the carpet and everything. It definitely went out. Right. How are you updating Steam and we're not even linked? Tell me how that even works. So this one's going to be no hard drive. We're going to use M2. It's going to no hard drive. It's in the hard drive outside. Is he watching this? The monkeys in the background. I could have swore I turned that thing down. So it's going to have an M2. This one's going to have an M2. I'm trying to make it as sleek as possible for this one. Just wait for this to connect. Did it connect? All right, already connected. Cool. Everything's running on this one. Good. That one's up and running. That's good to go. I'm going to just connect from this one and plug it into here. This one up. All right, mouse is activated. This one scares me the most because at one point we can get the mouse to activate. If the mouse doesn't activate, it doesn't turn over. But it's working perfectly fine. I don't know what happened. One day it just whoop, shut down, and all of a sudden they had to go to a new board. Got a new board in here, and then found out that board had problems. Because I should have read the review on it. They said the drivers on these boards were freaking headaches, and they were not joking. They were freaking headaches. I was like, oh, heck no. I got my money back for it. Amazon just said, keep the board. I don't need anything with it. It's defective. So next time we get that board over there. I actually need a blue motherboard for my new PC build. Alright, that one's running right there, so that one's good to go right there. This is why I sit there when I got people coming and go, oh, but no, you don't know anything about PCs. All PCs are built differently. They're not all supposed to be high-powered, macho jump. No. These are retro machines. This one's a work machine. It's a work PC. It has all my programs, software on there for projector map, and even have basically the Connects program on there to basically modify Connect so basically work with a PC. All that's a work PC. That PC makes money. Unlike your console system, I hate to say it this way, don't get mad at me because I play console myself. Unlike your console system, that doesn't make any money. That makes money. Because I can make money off this PC. This right here is a retro PC. I designed it for all my retro games. I'm a big fan of retro games because that's my era. That's what I play is retro games. I'm not a big fan of the new games that come out. It's just not for me. I like retro. That's what I enjoy. But like, oh, you got to have a high-end graphic card. Yeah, okay, sure. The new technology we develop over here, you know what the 1050s look like on that thing? Looks insane. Yep. And that's just for that. That's the screen, mind you. When I had somebody talking about that screen, we first showed off gaming on it. They're like, "Oh, we're just gaming." That's the one that went outside and picked up at 50 lumens. That's the one that was out there today. That small surface sheet is actually that screen right there. That's one we can hang from a ceiling and push images through it at 300 lumens. That's that screen. So yeah. But now we got a gaming screen we're working on because I want some really high graphic colors, but I do need the screen to be see-through because I want to see my action figures on the opposite side. I like that. Do that in the back. So now I'm finishing up on this screen, and I got my parts and stuff that I needed. So I'm finishing up on this screen right here. I'm cutting my ports in so I can run everything through. But we had to double up on everything because we learn from experience. That's one thing you'll learn from is experience when you build, is you'll figure out different ways to build it better. You know, interesting that the more and more they make these consoles close to the PC, that people at the end of the day who think that the console is supposed to be a convenient system, it's not going to be that way anymore. It's going to be like PC. You're going to have to start learning you're going to learn your machine. You're going to learn how it runs, how it functions, how it works. You're going to be pretty soon, there's going to be no customer support on that thing for basically how to fix it. You're going to be that customer support. That's what you're hitting for right now. That's your job now. So all that convenient about never have to go inside and do this and do that and the other? Nope, you're going to be going inside pretty soon. Yep. If you want to learn building and all that, get yourself an old Dell PC. That's what you're getting, an old Dell. Dells, man, you can do all kinds of modifications with Dells. That's why people like to mod them out. Because you can do all types of modifications with it. I had somebody come in to my, oh, why Dell's such an old... It's a shame you like that. There is so much stuff on YouTube about modification for Dell systems. It's not even funny. They're gaming PCs, literally. The only thing you need to do if you want, pretty much you don't do much in them, it's a graphic card. Low profile graphic card, that's it. Take it out, put it in a whole new case, put a bigger one in there because the cases are made for low profile. They're literally cheap gaming PCs that you can run some very serious games off of it. I like this knife better. Not in cutting the boxes, I like it better. But basically, if I had to be out in the middle of the woods, I am not taking this with me. My other one with me. Yeah, I can see the slogan right now. For freaking the new consoles. So you want to be PCA? Well, guess what? You are the maintenance. Because you will be the maintenance. Seriously, you will be. Which means you're going to learn prompt commands. Yeah, look into the water. What the frig is a prompt command? Maybe next thing, build your own console system from the ground up. And just pretty much to the PC. To learn all your parts, what parts are compatible with this, what parts are not compatible with that. I see the only way they're going to do that is they're going to make their own parts and you have to buy their parts only to run on that machine. That'll be fun, man. I hope they do that. I'll have a ball. Every person who builds a PC will be on that in a minute. You want to make money? You want to bring PC gamers over to your console system? Make it so we can basically build a whole console system, like a Lego system like that. Like you could pick all the parts. You just get a box full of parts and you get to put it all together. Then you got PC gamers coming over. Because we like to modify stuff. We like to build stuff. Oh, that'd be freaking sick. They come out with the whole thing's all in pieces. You got to put the whole thing together. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You can't make it too complicated, you know what I mean? Because, some people learn to do it for the first time. But, man, they should make it that way. Build your own console. and you can upgrade the different parts and stuff like that. I'm definitely down with that. Definitely. Heck yeah. Then that means everybody doesn't have to have the same PC at them, sorry, same console system. Mine could be different, yours could be different. You run LED lights to it, see-through cases, different types of power supply, different types of RAM, different types of graphic cards. Oh man, it'd be a field day. Now you would get PC gamers over in a hot second. It's like, we could do what? You gotta be kidding me. You're gonna, and all in parts, really? Oh, yes. Yeah, because we built some crazy systems. But to the casual gamer, that would be a freaking nightmare for you. But not really, tell you the truth. If you learn it, it's not a nightmare for you. It's a learning experience. You got a learning experience coming up anyway with a console. You can't clean them. It's impossible to clean them. You're not impossible, but the bottom line is you avoid the warranty on your system if you go past those stickers, and you have to go past those stickers because that little corridor area in there, it's going to accumulate dust. The same amount of dust you got sitting on top of that fan is the same amount of dust, bit by bit. It's going to be pushing right down that corridor. And the next thing you know, you see how my radiator system looked over there? That's how your system's going to look. But the only difference is I can get access to the radiator system. You can't get access to that section without voiding the warranty. But it's a damn if you do and damn if you don't scenario. And I'll tell you why. Because they're not going to go in and do it. I actually called them and found out, do you go into that section? They're like, no, we don't clean them. So they don't clean them. And if you take it to somebody who's going to pop it open, fix it, and do it for you, they're going to tell you from there, like, hey, look, Jack, this thing has a warranty sticking on, warranty stickers, you know. If I go past this, am I getting the okay from you? Got to ask permission. Am I getting the okay to go past these and hook this thing up for you? So, you know, it's going to happen either way. I don't even know why they set it up that way. And if you don't clean them up, you're going to basically clog all those, that heat sink back there, and that system's going to overheat and it's going to suffocate. They got to buy a whole new system all over again. Or basically, worse than worse, it'll catch on fire and burn your place to the ground. And people sit there and say, but that, yeah, it will. Trust me. You get a lot of dirt in your PC, they catch on fire. Any electronic component overheats will catch on fire. So you're going to have to go in there sooner or later, man. Sooner or later. Got to go in there. Go in there and get to work. Freak out a little bit. Like, what? What? It's easy. You'd be surprised how easy it is. Once you take that thing apart, like when you first took it apart and you wanted to change the hard drive, okay, there you are. You're halfway there. Now go take the rest of the stuff apart. Now after you do that and you learn it, you're like, man, piece of cake. Then you're going to have this security of knowing at any time, that peace of mind, that anytime the system goes wrong, you can go take care of it. Instead of sending it back to them, and God knows when you'll get that back. That's the one thing about the Xbox. The Xbox taught people to go into a box and fix your stuff. That's what happened. No choice. What do you do? Buy a new system? They cost a lot of money. And then on top of that, if you got a gaming family, I mean, come on, you game with these guys every single day. Their family do it in the day, and then you got to miss a couple months not seeing them because your system's up for repair. That sucks, especially if you're ranking at the end of the day. The rank is slowly dropping as you, because you can't get in there. Maybe you're the guy who pulls all the weight on the team. You know, it could be that at the end of the day. You know, so yeah, it's a freaking killer waiting to get your stuff back. I know. So I learned about the coffin. Those people who know about coffins, you know exactly. That's the Xbox 360 era. The coffin, like, yeah, it died. I got the coffin. And they give you a month of Xbox Live with Jack at the end of the day because your freaking rank went down, and you know all your friends are up there contacting you through your phone because they can contact you through your phone. Like, hey man, where you at? We're doing this, and sending you screenshots. Like, oh crap, I hate it. I hate that. And then you're sitting there terrified when you get your system back because you're not looking for that dreaded red ring to pop up again and take your system out again. So none of it's fun. That's why people started going into the systems and fixed them stuff. They got tired of it. I got tired of it because I trusted Microsoft. I set my system back. I got it back. No sooner than I started playing Halo. Boop! That sucker just popped on. I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I went and bought multiple systems, man. I bought the Elite version that was supposed to come with some frost chip on it to keep it from burning out. Yeah, right. It burnt out. I had the only one that I can say that actually didn't burn out was the arcade. Arcades had very little burnouts. But that's like 5 boxes later. 5 boxes later at $300 to $400 a box. Yep. Yes, sirree. And you're mad, you want to complain to them like, did anybody beta test these things? Nobody testing these things. How the freak are these things burning out? No one's testing them. I don't know what went on. I know for a fact that they said that they were trying to launch before the PlayStation and they overlooked some things that they should have really looked at, and it came back to bite them in the face. So I didn't know about that. I'm like, jeez, that's jacked up. The dreaded red ring of death. That'll go down in gaming history as the most terrifying thing that can ever happen to your Xbox system. And let me explain something to you. They said PlayStation had problems too. Yeah, they had problems, but nothing like the red ring. There will be never, ever be anything like the freaking red ring of death. Nothing. Nothing will compare ever to the red ring of death. And the thing about it is, it can catch it any given time. It didn't have to happen in the middle of a game. You could. Mine happened. I was playing Samurai Warrior. So games that have a lot of buffering going on. And Samurai Warrior has a lot, because you got all these different character AIs or characters all over the game. And I just got finished playing it. And I figured turn the system off, because it was going that woo when that sucker's buffering like crazy. Woo, woo. And I'm thinking like, okay, let me turn this thing off fresh, burn out my system. And apparently mine burned out in the process of me turning it off. So that was a new one for me. So when I came back in from training, and I wanted to go in and turn my system on, the red ring popped up, and I was like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. Yep. And that sucker popped on, I was like, well, you'll call Microsoft, send over your serial number, and they send you over this box in about a few days, because now you got a few days, you're just sitting there, about 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, you're sitting there staring at this system that you can't even use now, that you paid all this money for, including the games and avatar, clothing, and all that stuff, waiting for that box to get here. And when the box finally gets there, you basically send it off thinking you're going to get it back in a few days, man. 2 weeks go by, you're like, you got to be kidding me. And then they send you back the box, and you get this whole thank you note in there, and a free subscription of 1 month of Xbox, which, again, I pay for yearly, so I just gave it to somebody else that could have used it. And then you go hook it up, and you're back online. Go contact your friends, like, I'm back. What happened? My system red ringed. Unless you got some of your gamer friends that you have on your account. You know what I mean? They're friends with you, and they know you on your account, your phone numbers and stuff. Like, yeah, my system red ringed, man. Like, how did that happen? I was playing freaking Samurai. Samurai something. I was playing Samurai and it burnt out. Halo was one that would burn the game out easily. Gears of War was another game. But certain games that would cause the system to burn out. I think I'm not going to. I'm pushing it with this. I'm going to cut a finger off with this. I got a bad feeling to cut my finger off with this. Okay. To actually go through. All right. I'm going to lose a finger. Things do. But anyway, yeah. You're going through freaking gamer withdrawal. I had an ex-girlfriend one time. She was against gaming, like big time. She believed that gaming was basically used as some kind of mindless control or whatever. She was really against gaming at the end of the day. And good thing I'm able to talk, a good talker at the end of the day, because her son wanted the game system so bad, and I was able to get him one and explain to her, you know what I mean, the whole thing about the gaming and all that stuff like that. Man, you know what gaming does for a person? It gets him out of the freaking reality world. That's what it does. That's what gaming does. Get you out of the world of this into somewhere better. You can go anywhere you want in gaming. That's why I said at the end of the day, people, what are we fighting for when it comes to consoles and stuff like that at the end of the day? At the end of the day, it gets you out of the freaking reality world, man. Besides, I play all of them. I play console, and I play PC. And I play retro. I play everything. VR, I play it. If it's hooked up, if it's gaming, I'm attached to it. Don't care at the end of the day. Alright, I got my whatchamacallit set up and ready to go. When Apple comes up with that gaming system, I'm buying it. I'm curious what they do. I really am. You know, for some people sitting at the end of the day, well, I wouldn't trust. But hey, they said the same thing about Sony. Sony doesn't know anything about gaming when it came out. Mostly they were just VCR, stereo systems. Just that's basically about it. Nobody trusted them. And then boom, Sony did fantastic. They did a fantastic job. Microsoft had a bigger chance than Sony because they designed PC games. Sony did shockingly very well. I bought one when they came out. I bought Toshinden and Jumpin' Jack Flash when it came out for that Sony system. Jumpin' Jack Flash, Toshinden. Yeah, freaking Metal Gear Solid, we hide into the box and smoke cigarettes. It's another one of my favorite one. When the helicopter take off and your controller start rolling. Yeah, so we got this one already set up. So that one's done. So we can wire everything from here. Like I need a port there. I actually need a port here for the motherboard right here. So let me put one in. The motherboard, wait, it goes here. It goes there, right here. Alright, so graphic card is going to be here. That's where graphics card is going to be. Let me turn it this way so graphic card can be here. That'd be an interesting way to put it. Never put it in that way before. That'd be sick. Let's do it this way across. Do it differently. Why we got to mount the motherboard normally? Nobody wants to do anything normally. Mr. Bird. Mr. Bird. Let me do all extenders for that. Alright, this one's finished. Not finished, but for right now, where I got it at. Coloring this tomorrow. I'll paint this all up. Then I'll color tomorrow. Simple size. Liquid cooling system on the top. I'm going to do a 240 because I like the 240s. 240 liquid cooling system on the top. Two 200 millimeter fans here. Power supply 700 watts. That's all we need. And I'll get a RTX 580 for the top right there. So we're gonna have to we got to put a thundercloud in. I'm dying to put a thundercloud in so badly. We definitely have to put in a thundercloud in there somewhere. What's the theme for it? I have no idea. I know one thing. When I put the fans in, I want the fans to be frosted. I want them to like they're part ice. So I definitely want that. Maybe it might be something crazy, man. We'll have some ice breaking out here and there, and then we'll have some fire. Oh, man, maybe some fire and ice. See, now that's a good idea. I've never built a fire and ice PC. Fire and ice. Ooh. That sounds interesting. So if we put, this is the power supply. Power supply here. We can make this electric. Electricity's going off here. We can make this ice, and we can make this fire up top. Oh, that would be beast. Definitely would be beast. I mean, it's small, but we need enough for wiring and all that stuff at the end of the day. Oh, that would be sickly beast. I love it. I freaking love it. Fire, ice, and get some electricity. Because we got to run a thundercloud through here. I need the thundercloud to power the power supply. So I can run a cloud system here and here with a light system around the power supply. And have the power supply generating into here and here. But we can have half of the cables frozen and half of the cables powering with electricity. Oh, that'd be sick, people. And it's small. Look, it's just so small. It's perfect. I like it. So we got to make some flames, people. We got to make flames. 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 Then we're going to put some flames on it. I'm going to put a stand system here. Stand here and stand here. So I can slap one of those screens in front of it. So I can do a special effects on it. Bam, 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 bam. I got to order me another piece. I'm going to go order me another piece right now. If I got the stands coming in, I click here and here and just lock it in place. Definitely got to order me another piece of plexiglass for that. That's going to be hot. That way I can game off my screen all in one. And we got the motherboard screws. Let's just get you in here. Motherboard screws in there. That's right. Ah! Messed up that quickly. All right. Definitely gonna do some crazy art up in here. Some crazy art. Woo! Man, I was lost, you guys, right there for a minute. I saved your lives. You owe me. You owe me big. I saved your lives. That's what I did, people. I saved your lives. See, motherboard's gonna fit right in there, just like that. Easy McCheesy, people. Easy McCheesy. Let's hook this up real quick. This is my fan system for my door. So fan system fits in the door. That's why I like at the end of the day that if something breaks, that's a happy day for me because I learned something new. This is your best friend. One of the things you will learn when you start learning PC modifications is basically all your cables and wires, attachments, hookup adapters, all that cool stuff. And you know, it's a beautiful today. Burning down. This is what you need right here if you want to override Dells. So you can run a liquid cooling system on the Dell systems. Because the Dells right now, they have that freaking 5-pin. And yeah, it makes things complicated. So if you pull out any of the fans in the Dell, it automatically starts to shut the system down because it tells you today, look, your fans are not plugged in and your system's going to run the risk of having problems. So the security system comes and shuts it down. So you can keep your fans in. I would take the fans and extend them and put them someplace else that I can use them for cooling my hard drive. I can use them for that. But this right here will allow you to override and take your liquid cooling system and plug all that right neatly into your power supply with a Molex adapter on the other end. That's how you override your motherboard. And say if you want to put more high-powered fans on there, something that the wattage on your motherboard can't handle, you can bypass all that. That's why that one has 4,000. Each one of these fans on that system is 4,000 RPM. So that thing is nice and frosty. All right, so show you how we do this. So basically, get a power supply. This for a Molex adapter power supply. Helps to get one with a kill switch on it. And then what you do is you basically take your fans here and plug them up in here. This will have an adapter on here. Run your 4 pins there. And we're going to run. This actually adapts into running 2 in here. We can just bypass and put that one right there. Like that. And then we take this part and we plug this into this. Like so. Put that in there. That's it. Are we plugged up? I don't know if we are or not. Honestly. We'll find out in a few minutes. That's the sound you make when you're getting old. Start making sounds like, yeah, yeah. And there you go, people. Now, if I want to turn it on and off, the old ones didn't have kill switches on them. These now have kill switches on them right here, so you can just turn it off, put it back on. And if you want to speed it up, then you get yourself something called a speed fan controller. That has a Molex on it, Y adapter. Plug it in there. You can speed all these fans up, little dial, make them touch screen if you want. Do it that way. So instead of buying my own fan, that it would have cost me $100 or so, I'm going to build me this really cool light-up system. It's just a prototype. A system that lights up the whole 9 yards, has a touchscreen fan controller right on the side. And that's it. Nice and cool. Oh, that feels fantastic. I freaking love it. This is how you run PC parts on your desk. Overriding that motherboard. Life hacks 101. That's why, man, my dream is an old barn. That's my dream. An old barn. I got to do roof repair, everything in it. That's my dream. A fixer-upper. An old barn that I can fix up. Man, I have a ball in there. It's like Minecraft all day. Most people would look at it. It depends how people look at stuff. People that work with their own hands, they see something, it's a freaking palace to them. They can automatically see how it looks. A person can't build with their hands, they're like, man, this place is a dump. And we're more like, oh my goodness. Do you have any idea what I can do in this place? There you go, different tendency. So, you know, most people walk into a garage and they'll go, oh, man, I can't do it. For me, at the end of the day, like, please, man, this is paradise in here. Yeah. I hook that place up. I insulate the daylights out of that place. That place is cold in there. In the summertime, a fan. You can run a simple fan in it and it gets cold in there. In the wintertime, it traps heat. It's like being wrapped up in tinfoil in a microwave. You can insulate the outside. Caulking cement, all that stuff. Insulate the whole entire unit, inside and out. That place is basically insulated. And it was insulated so well, when license inspection came through there, they got an A+ for the insulation job. They didn't ask them to tear it out or nothing at all, period. So God taught me how to insulate an entire unit inside, and there's an A+ on it. Ain't God amazing? There you go. And I never did that a day in my life. First time doing it. Just had to pray on it, ask him how to get it done. So now I learned that any building I go into, I can insulate it. Oh my goodness. That is freaking cool. Man, I tell you, God is amazing. Got to give you the master plans to get this job done. Man, it is blowing in cold air, sucking the cold air that's out there and here. And the reason why, like I told you, these places have air conditioning. I can't do it with air conditioning. It's too cold. It's way too cold. It hurts in my body. So it doesn't work well for me in here. When I first was in, I was in a lot of pain. Because I broke a lot of bones. I played a lot of crazy sports. It was triggering off all my injuries and stuff. I had to use this stuff right here. This helps me drive the pain away. That's why massage chair and all that stuff in here was killing, dying in here, man. It's too cold. I was thinking about getting some kind of magnetic, something to block off the vents. But this year, I didn't get they never did the whole maintenance job in here. They forgot to hook up my vent. I ain't seen nothing about it. Because again, the temperature, then I put the fans there out there to blow the air in. The temperature here is perfect. So I got an air purifier here, cleaner that cleans the air, and basically it drops the moisture, the humidity, controls the humidity in the environment. So everything stays nice in here. And then that fan system blowing in with the fan we have in there already, perfect, absolutely perfect. Because I can't go back to that cold. I can't do it. I can't. Don't give it. You know what? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Man, that's fantastic, man. Now, right now, I got it on the regular one. Each one of those fans are 1,500, but the one in the middle is 4,000. I'm gonna get me a fan controller, up it up a little more. And what I like about it, Taco can't get out. That's another thing I had a concern about putting fans in the door because Taco likes to explore. He can't get out. He won't go anywhere near those. So it can make me a nice little, I want to do a tall one. I want to do one that goes all the way from the top of the door and just covers that gap, and it velcros on each side and locks to the door. So that way I can have a nice little gap area in it, let air push in, and keep this area to a certain temperature. Because yeah, I can't go back to that freaking cold again. I literally had to go outside in the door just to heat up. It was so cold. I was wearing a hoodie in here working. It was way too much. I ain't got windows in here, so I can't just open up and let heat blast in here. You can't do that. So, yeah. So that's why I prefer basically having these issues that pop up, because they learn new things. So now I just learned how to build me a fan door jamb. If you want to put it that way. That's the beautiful world of being an inventor. You will figure out all different types of ways to get that job done. And until then, we have the battery system. Dun, 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 dun. That's how small it is, man. We'll be reviewing this in a few minutes. But this is going to allow us to go out and play. Bam, 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 bam. Get the battery system there, people. The battery system, so we can go out and play. The other parts come in on Monday. That's to build my screen to take me where I want to go. This starts the path of allowing you to go out and do what you want to do. We're doing, people. We're building a better future for projection. That's what we're doing. So one day you'll be sitting up there watching movies outside on your 200-inch luxury screen, like, yep. You can do that. Tailgating at a party, watching your favorite game. Taking your products and bringing them to life through that technology. So many possibilities. So many possibilities. Why are you fighting? What's the purpose of fighting? Get in there.
Look at this, is nice. Definitely this is nice.
That's why I say, look, you get a little paint on your clothes. You don't have to get rid of them and throw them in the trash. Take a straight razor, slice that area real nicely, put it in the washer and dryer, frills out real nice. They got these iron-on patches that you can buy. Put the iron on the opposite side. Redesign your stuff at the end of the day. Learn how to utilize what you got. Some people say, well, I just go buy new stuff. Yeah, but maybe broke. No money to show for it. Plenty of rich people did that, bought everything they wanted, and then them suckers are broke it, they ain't got no money. That's got to be mind shattering, man. You literally have so much money. At one point, you had not a care in the world, and now you're broke. That's got to be mind shattering. All right, next video, unbox this. Where's my projector at? I gotta get my projector here too. This is gonna be our next project. Open up that at the same time. So run my stuff. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the temperature in here is fantastic. Where is the air cleaner? Oh, I love this combination. Air cleaner. This basically also cleans my air, and also too keeps the humidity down. It is perfect. We got the plugins over here and here. Oh man, I got these new plugins right here. These things are honeydew. Oh, they smell absolutely. This is a wick, air wick. I got to get another one of these, but I got them on both sides, and I got it so it's low, so it gives off a nice aroma. We got air cleaners in here. Man, I'm into that aromatherapy. I'm big time into it. I love the aromatherapy. So what about the Taco's litter box? It's amazing. So bottom line is I have him for multi-cats, and he has a special baking soda blend in there that keeps everything nice and scented for 9 days. This stuff gets cleaned out, I think, 3 and 4 times out of a week. It's all fresh new litter. And sometimes we just throw away the whole entire thing and just get them a whole new one, which I think I might buy them another one. So yeah. So yeah. If that was the case, people, and it was giving off any kind of odor anywhere, I would have been out of this building a long time ago. Because that's one of the things I was asked, could the scent, would it give off anything? I said, no, I can get that under control with no problem whatsoever. So yeah, I would have been out of here a long time ago. You can keep an animal smelling very, very nice. Just have to know you don't constantly wash and rewash and stuff at the end of the day. But yeah, you have to know how to control that thing at the end of the day. They have to be constantly clean. You got to put your liner in there so it absorbs up any of the, because even the cat litter does it, but still it's best to have a liner in there to absorb anything up. And then you want to use some of that Arm & Hammer baking soda that they make for them, kills the scent right away. And I like to do the multi-cat, even though it's one, because it's much stronger. They got this new tropical one. I'm definitely getting that for them next. And then you put in your air purifiers and cleaners in here. That's how you do it. So when he came in here, he said, we got air cleaners. I said, yeah, but I always bring my own. So that one basically purifies the air and also the humidity. If it gets hot in it, that controls all of that. One of the things I learned when I was in the garage is basically that climate control, how to make it just right. All right, we'll come back in, talk about our new system here. Yeah. Hope that thing's lightweight, because I got to take that thing everywhere it goes. But it looks like it's running pretty lightweight. Hopefully that, most of that styrofoam in there. All right, got to go. Hope you enjoyed, and God bless. I'm going to come back in. We'll talk about our new system that allows us to go where we want to go. All right, got to go, and God bless.